I made my first $100,000 trading using this exact strategy. But real quick, as always, before we hop into the video, if you guys do find value, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. So the strategy that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is my Fibonacci trading strategy. Now, essentially what we're going to be using Fibonacci for is to identify key turning points in the market, which as a result can help us find entries with a very well-defined risk to reward. So in order to use this strategy, the very first thing that you want to determine is the overall trend. So is price in an uptrend or is price in a downtrend? Now, the reason why we want to understand the overall trend is because it's going to help us identify if we're going to be looking for a bounce in the market or if we're going to be looking for a reject in the market. So for example, over here on ES, we can see that price had this very large and aggressive move to the upside. Well, if we look to the left, price broke above this previous high point right here. So we were setting a higher high. Because price is setting a higher high, more than likely it's going to pull back and set a higher low before a continuation higher. So because price is in an uptrend, we want to use the Fibonacci retracements to understand where could that potential higher low be. And then from there, we can look for entries to the upside. Now, if we break it down to a smaller time frame, such as the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price had a very quick and aggressive flush to the downside yesterday. So based off of the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame, price is currently in a downtrend. So what we would be looking for is using the Fibonacci retracements to identify areas where price could pull back to, set a lower high, and as a result, we can look for short entries to then take price lower. So that's why it's very important to first identify the overall trend, because that's going to help us identify, are we looking for a bounce in the market or are we looking for a reject? And make sure you write this down. Bounces, we're looking for calls or longs. Rejects, we're looking for puts or looking for shorts. So once you've identified if the market's in an uptrend or in a downtrend, and if you're going to be looking for a bounce or for a reject, if price is in an uptrend, you want to take your Fibonacci retracement and you want to draw it from pivot low to pivot high. And if price is in a downtrend, you want to mark your Fibonacci retracements from pivot high to pivot low. So going right back to this chart, if we go back to the daily time frame, and let's actually just head on over to NQ, we can see that price is in an uptrend. So because price is in an uptrend, we want to identify our clearest pivot low and our clearest pivot high. Our clearest pivot low is going to be the lowest point of price action before price makes a very large and aggressive move up. Our highest point of price action is going to be the point where price tops out and then begins to pull back. So once you've identified your pivot low, which is going to be right here, and your pivot high, which is going to be right here, you can take your Fibonacci retracement and you're going to draw it again from that lowest point of price action to the highest point of price action. Now, again, what we are looking for is for price to retrace back down into these levels. And ideally for me, I like to use the 50 and 61.8% retracement, but we're looking for price to retrace back down into these levels, make it support. And when we identify that price is truly supporting these levels, again, because we're trying to identify where that potential higher low is, we're going to be looking for calls and we're going to be looking for longs. So as we see, price held the 61.8 multiple times before pushing higher and making a new all-time high. So again, if price is in an uptrend, identify your clear-cut pivot low and your clear-cut pivot high. Take your Fibonacci retracement from that pivot low to pivot high and look for price to retrace into the 50 or 61.8. There's actually another really good example over here. So we have our lowest point of price action before a very quick aggressive move up, our highest point of price action before price started to pull back. Take your Fibonacci retracement, pivot low, pivot high. What did we hit to a T during market open? And this is actually a trade that I took at this exact level. We hit the 50% retracement before rallying back up, came back, tested it a little later, and then we set new highs. Now, when price is in a downtrend, again, we want to identify our clearest high of price action. NQ really doesn't show it like ES. So if we just head back on over to ES, here's our highest point of price action before a very quick and aggressive move down. So all we're going to do is identify our highest point, which is right here, our lowest point, which is right here. Take your Fibonacci retracement, draw it from pivot low to pivot high, and wait for price to trade back up into the 50 or 61.8% retracement. And when price does that, we are looking for bearish price action to take a reject, which means to take puts or to take shorts. So now when price trades to these areas of bounces or rejects, we are always going to be watching the price action because we never want to enter the trade just because price comes to a level we always want the price action and the volume to confirm and tell us to get into that trade. So when price comes down to a bounce level, we are looking for bullish price action, long lower wicks, bullish hammers, dragonfly dojis, and any bullish price action. When price comes up to a reject, we're looking for bearish price action, so inverse hammers, long upper wicks, gravestone dojis, any other bearish price action. And then also we want to see volume confirmation. So heading back to that NQ example on the 1 hour time frame, if you remember, we have that Fibonacci retracement from this pivot low to pivot high. As price started to trade down into that 50% retracement, you can see that we got a very nice long lower wick off of the level. So at one point, this red candle was just like this one right here, except by the end of that 5-minute candle, buyers came in at that 50% retracement and pushed price higher. So price actually closed with a long lower wick. Now what this is telling us is that buyers are present at our key level. So now we have the long lower wick off of our Fibonacci retracement. After that, we are looking for an elevation of volume. So as we can see with this 5-minute volume right here, this is the highest volume we had since the opening candle right here, which is always given because the first 5 minutes always has the most amount of volume. But the fact that price came down, hit the 50% retracement, at one point looked exactly like this candle right here, but by the end of those 5 minutes, an influx of buyers came in, which is visually shown in the volume, and they pushed price higher and it closed pretty much right where it opened. So that is exactly what I saw when I took this long position, and my stop loss was right below this low. Even if we use the replay mode, I want you guys to see exactly how this plays out. Price comes down, hit the level, came right back up. This right here is enough to confirm the trade. So if you were to take this trade, your stop loss is going to be literally right below that lower wick right there. So you're risking 530. You want to at least be willing to make 530. And as we know, price did end up going a lot higher after that. So that is exactly what we are looking for when price comes down to a bounce level. And I can't think of any good rejects recently just because price has been in a very, very strong uptrend. But it would be essentially the same exact thing, but flipped upside down. So looking at that same exact Fibonacci retracement, except flipped upside down, that was from this pivot high to this pivot low right here. So now if we go to a 5-minute time frame and we head back on over, we can see that as price came up into that 50% retracement, we got a very long upper wick rejecting right off of our level, elevation and volume, again confirming a short entry with a stop loss right above here. So when price trades to our key level, we are looking for bullish price action or we are looking for bearish price action to confirm the trade. Then also on top of that, we want the volume to confirm that buyers or sellers are truly at that area. If there's no influx in volume, it significantly becomes lower probability that price is going to react to the level. And like we said, the elevation of volume is going to be the telltale sign if buyers or sellers are truly active at that retracement zone. So hopefully this video does help you guys start to identify high probability trades using Fibonacci retracements. As always, if you guys did find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.